Tim Olivett, chef at RX Restaurant in University City, Philadelphia. My great-grandparents emigrated from Italy, and as a young child I would go out there during the summer times and watch my great-grandfather take tomatoes, and he would take the screen door off the back porch and put them between two chairs and let them dry out in the sun. I was introduced to things like polenta, which all as a child seemed like very weird stuff to me, and as I would go back each summer, it would taste a little bit better and a little bit better, and then I'd get more used to more fresh garlic, and eventually came around to see where they were coming from compared to where I was actually growing up with my parents, which was a diet typical of the average American. Growing up the last 20, 30 years, which has consisted about 50% McDonald's and 50% pizza. One of the things that I enjoy about the craft of cooking is that along the way you find many mentors. And my first mentor came around the age of 21. And I'll never forget this one thing he made. It was a white truffle vinaigrette, and I knew nothing of truffles. And I tasted it, and just immediately something clicked in me that I knew that I had to know how to make that. I had to know, what was in that. It was almost, for the moment that it was in my mouth, there was a poetry, something that just went beyond words for me, something that I couldn't explain. And I think for me, one of the most important things, and a lot of chefs give lip service to this, but it's actually a lot more demanding and a lot harder than people might think, and that's usually local, regional cuisine. And I think for me, in a small setting like this, is one that I enjoy the intimacy where I know what all the food tastes like. I know, when everything was made, how it was made, what's in it, and at the end of the night when I go home, I can feel proud about however many dinners were served, whether it was 50 or 150, knowing that the people that came and shared time with us, and it becomes a little corner of the world that we've created for people to come and enjoy, our part of our opinions, part of our philosophies, part of our hard work, and that's a really satisfying experience to have that connection with people who are, strangers or become regulars or friends over time. And I really see us as an important aspect of the community, the neighborhood, and also, in a greater extent, the region. A lot of times during the spring and summer times, almost 80% of our food will come from within 100 miles of our front door. There's something enjoyable about walking into a delivery from one of the farmers and not being sure about what you're going to get, and not, and then taking about a half hour or an hour or so and just looking at the ingredients and then finding your inspiration there. And I think for me, that as a chef is, while it can be a challenge and a burden at times to do that, it's also what it's all about.